got some important updates on the remaining uncommitted 2026 targets, and there are not many. Let's start, and right now Auburn is trending for a few of these guys. So let's start with a 4-star wide receiver set to make his decision tomorrow.
Rivals number 2 ranked receiver Jace Matthews will announce his college decision this weekend, and the intel favors Auburn at this point in this process. But talking to some sources, there's still confidence around LSU. The opportunity to play championship level football, the track record of receiver development, some of the relationships he has in Baton Rouge, including new hire Kelvin Bolden II, who comes from Ole Miss in the state of Mississippi, to LSU. The Tigers are still fighting. There's still confidence around LSU, but the majority of the intel favors Auburn from the relationship with potential position coach Marcus Davis. The Auburn receiver room, the opportunity to come in there and be an instant impact player behind or on the heels of some of the top wide receivers in college football this fall, starting to exhaust their eligibility, playing with 5-star quarterback, Mississippi native Deuce Knight. Kenyatta Watson has been a major prominent role in that recruitment as well for Auburn. So the Tigers in good shape. The Baton Rouge Tigers, the Bayou Bengals, giving Auburn hell here down the stretch. And Texas A&M still fighting too. Mike Elko FaceTimed with Jace Matthews this week. The Aggies also having regular dialogue with the prize pass catcher out of Mississippi.
All right, some more 5-star intel when it comes to Auburn. We're watching Auburn work on a potential 5-star flip of Emanuel Ianacho, and then on the 22nd, Braylon Womack is going to make his decision. So a couple weeks from there, and it seems like even though Ohio State's the favorite, it seems like Auburn's been gaining ground. So 2 5-stars potentially in the fold for the Tigers.
Well, Ianacho's a slow drip right now, right? He's committed to Oregon, gave the Ducks a pledge on July 3rd. They were his leader in the spring. Oregon got it home with the summer official visits. Yeah. I think everything's still good there, but dialogue continuing with other schools like it does for most prospects. I just wouldn't be surprised if Ianacho arrived for an Auburn game this fall. That's where I'm at with it right now.
That makes
Auburn's
more sense.
Auburn's going to have a great season for this whole regime to continue. But if they do, they are going to finish incredibly strong on the recruiting trail, because I think they were in a lot of top 5s, a lot of top 4s. What they've done on the recruiting trail, 2 straight top 10 recruiting classes, what they've done in the transfer portal. This is a football team ready to compete at a high level this year. Recruits just want to see them do it. It's the put up or shut up year. There's no more selling a vision. It's time to go out there and be one of the best teams in the SEC, grab a spot in the college football playoff. And if they do, they're going to come back around on some recruitments. Carson Baker, running back, committed to Florida. That's another one that comes to mind. You're already seeing stories of defensive line recruits committed elsewhere that are visiting Auburn this fall. Ianacho, I wouldn't be surprised if he visited this season. There's been some dialogue, so we'll see if he makes it to campus, but I still have him locked in with Oregon to date. But for Auburn, if they have a great season, they're going to be one of the teams we're talking about most at the end of the fall when it comes spatula season, and they come back around on some recruits with the, hey, we told you it was going to be like this. Now come join and keep it rolling. For Braylon Womack, it was his summer official visit that really moved the needle for Auburn. Going into those officials, Ohio State was the clear leader for the number 1 ranked safety in the country. Florida has also risen up with that official visit and recent dialogue. But Auburn, the opportunity to attend school with a sister who plays softball there. He likes the scheme under DJ Durkin, the opportunity to come in and be an instant impact player. Certainly from an NIL standpoint, the opportunities that Auburn has put on the table, all that's exciting. We want to see what Ohio State's going to do from an NIL front. We know that he loves the Buckeyes' track record, the level of football they're playing as the defending national champs, being around the players on the team, conversations with the coaches. Florida's the dark horse there. A&M rounds out the top 4, but Braylon Womack, not a done deal anywhere right now as he continues to converse with his finalists. And we have these final conversations about NIL because he went out and visited these schools multiple times. Knows what they all bring to the table schematically, knows what his opportunity looks like as a true freshman and beyond, knows what their track record of development is. It's now dollars and cents down the stretch for Braylon Womack, and making sure that the school he picks is one that he's going to be very comfortable at around the people, but also knowing that you have value and checking that box as well. But his sister already transferred once. I think for, obviously having gone through that, you live, you learn. With Braylon, they would like to find a place that he loves from the jump, but also in an era where these prospects have value, maximizing that potential within that.
Yeah, seems like Auburn's going to have to drop a big bag if they're going to pull him away from Ohio State in that secondary that they're building there.
Well,
Got a note on my desk. It seems like South Carolina is now the team to beat for 5-star interior offensive linemen. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Chad Simmons and I both hearing the same thing from different sources. I spent time around sources with knowledge of Darius Gray's recruitment this week, and it is South Carolina setting the tone down the stretch. But I expect LSU to take another big swing, more push for Darius Gray, a coveted player for them at the point of attack. But South Carolina leads because of Shane Beamer. He has spearheaded this recruitment, the relationship, the environment that he has created around the Gamecocks program has been Darius Gray's favorite. He feels at home when he's in Columbia, feels at home around the coaches and the players on the team. He loves the trajectory of this program under Coach Beamer and company, believes that South Carolina can be an annual college football playoff contender and beyond. So those are all things that has South Carolina in great position. But LSU, they are going to fight to the end for Darius Gray as they look to make a move towards the top 5 recruiting class, citing Brian Kelly's track record of offensive line development throughout his entire career. He's coached some of the best NFL offensive linemen in the league right now. And then certainly already got it off and running at LSU with a first-round pick this last draft. Coach Brad Davis has done a great job recruiting him. LSU was a dream school for him. That was one of the programs he grew up rooting for. He is very high on LSU. South Carolina may be trending, but it's not like they are lapping the field right now. LSU very much in this. Tennessee has risen up down the stretch for Darius Gray as well. I think he probably has a good idea of what he's going to do, so you feel good about the Gamecocks. But dialogue continues with LSU, and I expect them to make another big push if they have to land the 5-star.
All right, let's head down to Florida, talk edge. Jake Krull down there at IMG Academy. Steve, the streets are saying there's 2 teams emerging at the top for him.
Certainly. Going into the official visits, I loved Oklahoma's position for Jake Krull. The relationship with Brent Venables, the opportunity to be instant impact, the scheme, the development track record that Coach V has had over the course of his career, those relationships, comfort, being in Norman, what a game day is like at Oklahoma, all that stuff excites him about the Sooners. But Texas has risen up here this summer. Great official visit. Loves those coaches, loves where they're at as a program right now, competing for championships on all fronts. Where Steve Sarkisian has taken this, Coach Alan Clark's done a good job recruiting him, among others. And Texas is making this recruitment very tight down the stretch. These programs are getting saucy on the NIL front for Jake Krull as well. So exciting opportunities for him on and off the field, and we'll see which one of these programs can get it to the finish line. I think there is still confidence around Norman that they can get this done. Jake Krull was one of their top targets, regardless of position at the beginning of the cycle. He knows that, feels that energy, that positivity from Oklahoma. That's where my prediction's at. But Texas certainly worrying me regarding that prediction as he nears his decision date.